This is their third win in a row. They had a number of different guys step up, especially in the second half of the game. And we weren't detailed enough to give ourselves a better chance to win tonight. At the start of the first half, we needed to play better. We made too many mistakes. And when you make as many mistakes as we did tonight against a good Georgetown team, you're not going to come out on top.
Braden, how repetitive has this become for you? It seems like that's kind of the sentiment after a lot of these games, too many mistakes on the stretch. How worrisome does that get to you?
Yeah, it's what you have when you have a small room for error and you make mistakes. You set yourself up to not have the result that you want. I do think at the start of the game, we went into halftime. We said good news, bad news. The good news is we're only down 4. That's also the bad news because we didn't play very well in the first half. We needed to play better in the first half of the game. I do give our guys a lot of credit. We were down 11. The game could have slipped away. It could have got away from us. We stayed in it. We battled. We got it back to 4 2 different occasions. But when you give Georgetown that type of a lead, you put the wrong guys on the free throw line. They're too good of foul shooters to end the game.
How much of your offensive problems this year, your issues this year, how much do they stem from not being able to score from the perimeter outside of number 24?
We struggled to score the ball tonight in the first half. I thought we were pretty good on the offensive end in the second. But we needed more guys to step up tonight. We were too, obviously Kellen had it going, Andrew had it going in terms of scoring the basketball, but we needed more guys to step up on the offensive end.
Andrew, you played your 2 best games in college against Georgetown. And they're not exactly a small team. How do you kind of explain that?
It's just teammates finding me in the right places. They're very aggressive on defense, and so great passes by Barlow, all the guards and stuff like that. And it's just right place, right time type of deal. And yeah, but of course we wish we could have pulled this one off.
As a player, what can you guys learn from all these close calls and all these games that have kind of looked a lot alike?
Yeah, well, we're a pretty young team, but we're progressively learning. We're continuing making mistakes, but less and less we're trying to do each game, and hopefully just keep on getting better each day.
In terms of 24 scoring, he puts up a lot of numbers. He's a young player. How difficult is it for a young player to face so much defensive pressure and focus and still be required to score?
There's no doubt that teams are game planning to guard Kellen. He's our leading scorer. Every game he's facing the other team's best defender. Every game he's facing the other team's defensive prep. And he does a terrific job. I mean, he comes out, he's double teamed, teams are hedging out on him, and he finds ways to score. We run a lot of stuff through him. There's a reason why other guys are scoring is because of him. So he has a great approach, but we need to find a way where more guys are better on the offensive end of the floor.
Brandon, does it bother you that your guys' second half execution, late game execution, is just not getting better as the season goes on?
I think tonight, when we went down 11 down the stretch, we actually executed pretty well. Our percentages were better in the second half of the game. It was a 4-point game, 6-point game. We run a set, we just don't catch the ball goes out of bounds. But we fought. We were actually good enough on the offensive end tonight down the stretch. It was our defense. We couldn't get a stop. I'm going to say Georgetown's second half percentage was 54%. They shot 54% from the field. If the other team's going to shoot 54% from the field, you're in for a long night.
Were they doing anything different offensively in the second half that made them so difficult to stop?
They put the ball in the guards' hands. They came off a number of different ball screens, but they made shots. They attacked the paint. I think they stopped settling. In the first half of the game, they had a number of different guys shoot some perimeter jump shots. In the second half, they got the ball to the paint and they stepped up and made shots.
Where would you rank Starks in terms of the Big East guards? Is he near the top?
Yeah, I think Georgetown has one of the best backcourts in the Big East, and he leads the way. He's a competitor. I think when you watch him, you can tell he's a leader on the team vocally. He comes out and he competes every game. Sometimes he might shoot the ball better than others, But the amount of games you watch Georgetown on film and how he takes over the game, late game, how he makes big shots, you can tell he's a senior. He's a very good basketball player.
You know, Coach, coming into the game, what was your game plan to try and limit what Starks and Spencer could do offensively?
Yeah, we tried to stay as tight as we could on them. We helped from their bigs. Our bigs were constantly looking to help. We tried to stay tight to their guards, tried to make it as hard as possible for them to get any type of a good look. And I think we did a good job taking away the three. We forced the ball for them to drive the ball, and we tried to help and make them pass it. Unfortunately, they made pickups. They made 17-foot jump shots and shot the ball well from the floor.
Anything else for Coach or Andrew? Thank you, guys.